So, our fat commander-in-chief has done one thing that he wants. He has made the history books as being the least popular president in American history twice, beating no one other than himself. But what he is good at, and yes, he is good at least one thing, and that's telegraphing his worst political moves. Just like him telegraphing in 2011, telling us what Obama would have done to distract us so he can win the election. Watch.
Dug up a 2011 video where he theorized that President Obama would attack Iran as a re-election strategy.
I believe that he will attack Iran sometime prior to the election because he thinks that's the only way he can get elected. Isn't it pathetic?
So now, our stable genius president, who has not only figured out how to pass a cognitive exam, also figured out that basically no matter what he says, even if he flip-flops on an issue, like no new wars or America first, his base will just follow them because they are yes men. And that's what yes men do, which is why they're so incompetent. That's why when they wanted to release some of the redacted files from the Epstien estate and the Epstein case, they actually didn't use Adobe Pro because guess what? Doge cut it because they thought it was unnecessary, so they used the free version. Guess what though? With the free version, all you have to do is copy and paste a redacted file that you take and download into, say, Word or Notepad, and you can see what was redacted. And you can read the entire thing. And now, most of this country that still has critical thinking skills, read that, and we want better answers. And MAGA, for you small amount that are still left, actually making excuses for one of the most heinous crimes in modern history, where all the evidence points at your man, but since you voted for him, you just want to take his word without any evidence, regardless of what the victims are saying and the survivors. In his own words, that makes...
And he's ineffective. And he's ineffective.
And MAGA, you know, you guys are for law and order. For the sakes of at least law and order, don't let this man weasel his way out of accountability by distracting all of us and getting us arguing about should we be bombing Venezuela and running their country and other places in the Caribbean like fishermen that we don't know because we killed the survivors and cannot hear their side of the story. Colombia, Greenland now, and trust me, there's no Russian or Chinese ships surrounding Greenland. And to tell you the truth, if you wanted to worry about China, then we should have a conversation about Taiwan. So let's have a little more educated conversation and realize that these billionaires and donors and this political class on both sides of the aisle in many situations are the real problem. And your guy, Donald Trump, is using all these problems to possibly do the worst thing possible, which starting a world war.